Cyprusinsight, and today we're starting off at Larnaca Airport, and we're going to go down and drive down the highway towards Protaras. Okay, so we're coming into the airport now. This is the way back from the highway into the airport. So as you come into the airport, you'll see departures and arrivals. We'll go in arrivals and show you what's going on. Right, so the traffic on my right are going to departures. We're on the left at arrivals. Okay. Car parks on the right hand side, so if you've got a car, your own car, you park it over there. And then coming up on my left is the taxi rank, and on my right, guys, you'll see all the rental cars and offices are just across the road. So as you come out the airport on the left, let's slow right down, you can see the bridge on the top, that's departures, and down here is arrival. So you'll go up the top if you've got a hire car and pick up your hire car from up there. It's quite easy. You can either get the lift inside the airport and go across the walkway, or you can cross here and go up the stairs. Here's the taxis. If you've not hired a car, grab a taxi on your left. There we are. Just let the taxi go. Just picked up a customer. So in the summer it gets very busy here. And if you're picking someone up, just phone them up on the mobile phone and tell them to phone you as soon as they standing out here, and you can just pull up on the left quickly and pick them up. You're not allowed to stay too long here, a few minutes. So guys, it's about 60 euros to go to Protaras in one of the taxis. If a tour operator picks you up, guys, you're going to go here on the left, and that's where all the coaches park up. But they'll guide you there anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're on a tour, you don't have to worry. Okay, and on the right, on the right is another car park, I do believe. And if you look up the website, there is long-term car parking down here. Or if you're picking someone up, you can always park it in the car park and wait for your phone call, and they can come to the car park, which is a lot easier. Of course, you'll have to pay for the parking, but it's quite reasonable here. Right, we're going to go put some petrol. So there is a convenient petrol station here at the airport. Okay, it's right on the main roundabout. So if you've hired a car and you need to take it back full, the petrol station's just here on the left. So as if you're going back to the resort, you'll go into the petrol station like this, and then it'll take you back into the airport. Right guys, so we've put some petrol, and if you come out of hours and you need petrol, there is a machine that accepts credit cards and your credit card on your phone. Just tap in English if you want English on the machine, and it'll guide you through how to pay. Go to the right pump and off you go. So it's 24 hours. As I said, it takes you back round. So if it's a hire car, you'll go straight and take it back. But we'll go left onto the highway. Okay? So most of you will be going straight. Okay, this is the highway, really easy. You'll be just going straight, ignore any junctions. And this highway will take you right up to Protaras, Ayia, Napa, all those areas. And of course you'll be going past Larnaca. But I'll show you that when you go past. Okay? You might be staying at Larnaca or other places, but I'll show you. There's some more higher places on our left, but that's their depots. You'll be picking up your hire car from the airport. As I said, you walk across the road or the walkway and you'll find the signs for your hire car. It's easy. Don't forget to drive on the left, guys, because if you don't, it's a little bit dangerous. So it's a highway, guys, and it's going to take about 40 minutes. Okay, so I'll show you some interesting places on the way. To turn off, places that you need to go. Okay. Let's just slow down a bit. Right, so the first turn off, number 52, you can go off to Larnaca and you can pick up the next highway that will take you to Limassol and Paphos. Okay, so if you're staying at Paphos, this is the junction you want. Okay, it says Limassol or Limassos, wherever you like. Okay. There it is, junction 52. We are going to continue down and carry on right to the end of the highway. Some of the viewers have asked me some questions, so on the way, as it's going to take 40 minutes, I'll answer a few of your questions. I only charge €50 a question. Don't forget to send the money or get the mafia onto you.
And Stephen's asked, do you consider yourself lucky to live in Cyprus?
Yes, I do consider myself lucky living in Cyprus. There's a lot of good things about living in Cyprus, but there's a lot of downsides. But yeah, I think I am quite lucky living here. But I think it's what you make of it, same as England. There are some lovely places in England to live, and there's lots of places to go.
Simon's asked, what are the pros
beach, for instance, or you had some gardening to do or outdoor work, 90% of the time the weather will be fine. You go out and do what you like. You wake up in the morning and you've got a gardening job, or you've got to do your own garden, or you've got to fix your car. You can go out and you can virtually guarantee it's going to be dry, which is fantastic. The downside of that is, if it's in the summer, it's going to be very hot. Right, let me interrupt that question because we're coming up to another junction, and this is the second junction for Larnaca. Okay guys, you can get into Larnaca and Aradimple and Dorinia from here. Oh, of course, sorry guys, you can also get to Nicosia from here, junction 55. Look, Lefkosia. Okay, we continue down, but so we've got Lefkosia and Larnaca. Okay. Right, where were we now? We'll see, thinking of the pros and cons of living in Cyprus. Well, as I said, in the summer it can get very, very hot, guys. So you can get a little bit tired if you're working out here, and you probably need to go in and cool down somewhere. So you need air conditioning on, which can be quite expensive if it's in your own home. But then again, you can have a little bit of a siesta during the day and continue in the evening, and the evenings are really nice and cool, and the sun does stay up a lot longer in the summer, of course. So we've got summer daylight hours. Also, lately there's been some fantastic cruises going off at Limassol. You can pick up a cruise at Limassol and go to all sorts of places. Really convenient, because as soon as you get on the ship, of course, the weather's really nice. Not like a cruise you might pick up at Southampton, where you've got to go for quite a while to get some nice weather, or it's a bit touch and go in the summer if it's going to be a nice day. So cruises from Limassol, that's a great thing at the moment. Right, so I'm going to keep to the speed limit, guys. Of course, it's 100 kilometers an hour. Okay, that's about 65 miles an hour. So be careful. We do have police here and there with their speed guns that pull you over. Okay. Right, we're at junction 57, Livakia. There's a Sunday market here. Opens early morning, and I think it finishes about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Nice little market. Now, in this year they've announced they're going to put a ferry from Limassol to Greece. There used to be one years ago, and it stopped running, which is quite unfortunate. But now they've announced that a new ferry is going to run to Greece. So that's another advantage of living in the middle of the Mediterranean, because now we can pick up a ferry and go off to Greece and then go from there. So of course, guys, another advantage is we are in the middle of the Mediterranean. miss going to the boot fairs in England. They were a great little Sunday visit. Used to enjoy that a lot. Lots of nice bargains to pick up. Don't get that over here, unfortunately.
Donna's asked, what is your favourite colour?
My favourite colour is green, and Cyprus is green at the moment, so this is my favourite time of the year, spring. You've got lovely grass everywhere, everything's green, and obviously now and again it does rain, but green is my favourite colour.
And what's your favourite band?
I like Ayia. I like a bit of Ayia. And also the Carpenters.
And she's also asked, what's your favourite film?
I do like the Indiana Jones films. They're my favourite.
So Chris has asked, what do you miss about the UK?
I do miss the green, the grass, because we don't get much grass over here, only in the winter. And sometimes in the summer I do miss a little bit of wintry weather, a little bit of rain or a little bit cooler. I also miss the boot fairs, as I said, going on a Sunday, pick up the odd bargain. I do like the fresh fruit and veg over here, it is lovely. Junction 60 is Tiptoe, that's where the bases are. And the famous Lampros fish and chip shop. A must visit place, guys, really lovely fish and chips. Unless you're fed up with fish and chips. So, if you're fed up with fish and chips, don't bother, stick to the kebabs. Take any one of these junctions and go towards the sea, there's a long stretch of beach along here, guys.
Ian's asked, what was the favourite vlog that you made?
I really enjoyed the haunted and deserted hotel up in Troodos Mountains. Look out for that, it was fantastic. We went there 2 or 3 times and looked around this abandoned hotel. We do believe it was haunted. So that was one of my favourite vlogs. Junction is 61 Silodimpo Dikeya Avgoru 61. Right, junction 61, you get to Xilodimpo. We did do a video at Xilodimpo. It's a nice little village, lovely little place, and of course another turn off for the Dikeya. Junction 62. If you've hired a car and rented a Airbnb or your fuel's not included, junction 62 you've got Lidl's. Okay, so you can just shoot off here you had a parachute, you can just drop down here and it'd be a lot easier.
Right, Nick's asked, what's your favourite beach?
What's my favourite beach? Well, I do like a quiet beach, Nick. So I do like going over to the Panhandle, which is on the northern side, and there's a beach that is around about 7 miles long, and it's very quiet and it's got beautiful white sand. There's not many hotels there at the moment. Most houses now you can put toilet paper down the loo, and it goes down through some big pipes into a cesspit. So yeah, you can put toilet paper down the loo, but if you do go in some loos, guys, you'll see a little sign telling you not to put the toilet paper down the loo. And obviously, if you've got a little sign that says don't do it, don't do it. Obviously, they might have small waste pipes, but most places that I go to, I put the toilet paper straight down the loo. also a little Wednesday market, guys, junction 68, Sodira. That's right next to the coast at Ayia. Coming up, guys, on my right. So if you missed the junction we've just left, you can always take the next junction to the park, and all their junctions from now on you can turn off and you can end up in Ayia and Napa, because Ayia and Napa is on our right and we're travelling parallel to Ayia and Napa. Avenue on my right, and we're running parallel to Nissi Avenue. Okay, guys.
Tony's asked, what was your favourite subject at school?
Well, that's an unusual question. My favourite subject at school was economics and commerce. Turning right towards Ayia Napa. Okay, and you can see the boats on the roundabout at the end of the highway. If you've hit a boat, you know you've gone too far. Don't worry, you won't drown. They're on the roundabout. Okay, so right at the roundabout, and this will take us down to Ayia Napa, and I'll show you what happens in the next roundabout. You can see the beautiful sea now, can't you, look? It all gets very exciting, doesn't it? Look at this. To the next roundabout. Okay, guys, so we're going to continue straight to Protaras, Pernera, but if you do a right here, that will take you down to Ayia Napa. Okay, there's the roundabout. So right into Ayia Napa. Don't worry about turning on the left, guys, it's a residential area, and we'll go straight down towards Protaras. Did you see that? There we are, we're going straight down. Okay, So this road takes her to Cavo Greco. Done lots of videos on that in the past. We can see an extension to Ayia Napa on the right. And the next interesting place we'll come across, guys, will be the sculpture park. That's coming up on our right. Just before the sculpture park there is a right hand turn, and that also takes us down to Ayia Napa. It's very windy today. What's it, 15 degrees? Still nice. Here's the right hand turn that I'm talking about. It's the signpost to Ayia Napa, and on my right, let's slow down a bit, you can see the sculpture park there. Loads of parking, and it's free. Hundreds of beautiful sculptures. We've done loads of videos on this in the past. Have a look at our videos, and it's definitely a place to visit. Where these flags are where the artists work. You can see the containers and the flags. You can see some of the stones they're cutting. There's also public toilets down there. Right, straight ahead, you can just about make it out at this angle. Is Capo Greco. Okay. Next interesting place to visit. Of course, if you see a little side turning down here towards the right, that'll take you down to a little beach. Fancy discovering a few beaches, or you've rented one of those quad bikes. Just turn right any one of these little roads. Slow down. On my right is the Larnaca village. We've done a video in there, guys. It's really lovely. It's massive. It's got little bungalows and loads of little swimming pools. Really nice place. The Pernera village.
Douglas says he always sees you feeding the cats. Have you got any of your own?
Oh yes, we've got 12 cats. You heard that right, 12 cats. So they've got their own little door, the cats, and they just come and go, mostly in the garden. And they come and go and have a little bit of food, and then they shoot off through their little door and into the garden. So when I go shopping, I often take out one of the bags of dry food, leave it in the car, and if I'm driving around and I see some cats, I just pull over and feed them. Of course, when I'm on my little coastal walks, it's another time I might take a little bit of food with me and drop some off for the cats. Protaras now, which is going to be on our right, and we're coming up to the first set of traffic lights. Now the main road at Protaras, with all the shops and the restaurants, is a one-way system. Okay, so the traffic lights we're coming up here, you can't go right into Protaras. You have to go to the next set of traffic lights. I'll show you. Right, so here we are, the first set of traffic lights. You can see the cars coming out of Protaras on my right. We'll stay on this main road. This will take us up to Pernera and Protaras and Paralimni. Now the next set of traffic lights, you can turn right and you're into Protaras. There's another Lidl's down here, guys, if you've missed the Lidl's on the way, just here on the right. Pick up some provisions. Here we are, here's the traffic lights I'm talking about, and you see the Sphinx bar on the right hand side, you can't miss it. So you can turn right down there and into Protaras. We've done lots of videos on Protaras, look them up, you can see what's going on there. Well, we'll continue down towards Pernera, the smaller of the two resorts. This is a good restaurant, guys. It's called Super S, not Superman, but Super S. Really lovely food and very reasonably priced. Just on my left, don't forget to mention Nick's Bottle Shop. There we are on our left. Really cheap booze and cigarettes, and of course he's got the best exchange rate on the island. Nick's Bottle Shop, look out for that. Right, on the traffic lights we're coming up is Pernera. Okay guys, there it is, there's the traffic lights. Oh, lucky I can stop you because I don't think it's signposted Pernera. So look out for the signs. El Greco restaurant, or the Greenery pub, or right on the corner is a snack bar called Mandeli. Now we're continuing up towards Paralimni and Protaras. The traffic lights coming up, guys. If you do a left, you can go back towards the highway. Just on the left here. See? Signposted, look, Napa, Larnaca Airport. Okay. And then you'll do a full circle. We went via the coast road. It's a lot easier. Now I'm coming up to the last interesting place, which is Pernera, the next junction for Pernera. You can also turn right here for Pernera at these traffic lights, as well as the ones we've just left. And this one actually's got a sign for Pernera. So if you've missed the last junction, you'll get this junction going down to Pernera, and it's signposted. So there you are. There's a nice trip for you, all the way down from Larnaca Airport to Pernera. So it's taken 50 minutes, guys. Larnaca Airport to Pernera. Thank you for sending your questions in. Hope you enjoyed that little trip. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if there's somewhere you'd like me to go, put it in the comments below.